The power of natural disasters is enormous when you see the above. Lightning, you might cry. Egg-sized hailstones capable of crushing human skulls. Someone caught with a camera captured some shocking. What are these natural disasters? Watch this video. The camera captures 80. It's appalling natural disaster. Flooding, continuous rainy weather, can make the whole city very scary. It's full of displaced people and homeless kids. Rain falls into the river. The water level of the river will gradually rise. Art box with constant river will flood the whole city with these rivers. The weeds on both sides of the big river have been devoured. If you want to on the road, cars will also be washed directly by the river to the river's estuary. Homes could be submerged in floodwaters. People can't, this harsh environment, survive. Seawater intrusion. Seawater intrusion is also a kind of. There are very terrible natural disasters. India near Indian Ocean. In India, many silver seas. A large amount of seawater flooded into the city. Once suffered from the terrible phenomenon of seawater intrusion. All buildings in the city, all washed away by the sea. Metal shell on the road. The bridge is the river that keeps moving forward. The whole scene is frightening and frightening. Bright light. If you live in a village under a snow mountain, you don't want to be caught in an avalanche. When the avalanche comes, the large pieces of snow on the snow-capped mountains will collapse in an instant. Homes can be smashed with some wild adventures. They are likely to be accepted by the university. The snow is buried deep below. Want to escape from such a difficult situation? Must have enough sufficient physical strength and stamina. All the survivors will jump for joy after escaping from ascension. Influence of typhoon weather on temperate zone monsoon climate. In the south of our country, terrible typhoons often occur. Typhoon is a magical natural disaster. This natural disaster, mountains and seas are often accompanied by a large number of rainstorms. Rain river, mixed with typhoon, makes people feel very. Sandstorm. The horrible sandstorm makes people feel very good. Sandstorms can dislodge sand, all cut to the air, form a sand wall up to 500 meters. People will change in the shroud of sandstorm because the air is full of too much sand. Can't breathe at all. Your lungs may be breathing in large amounts of harmful substances. Tornado. America is a country where tornadoes square. So many Americans can escape this horrific natural disaster. Tornado. The wind in the center of the palace can knock down the whole. Horror episode 12. A wind force of magnitude 12 can knock off the roof of a house. Some trees can even be rolled. You can only escape to the underground shelter to avoid the tornado attack. Otherwise, you will be swept into the sky by the wind and then fall from a height of 200 meters. The ending can only be smashed to pieces. Earthquake is also a terrible natural disaster. Earthquakes occur frequently in Japan, so Japanese think elementary school students will carry out the seismic station at a fixed time every year. Escape drill, because only in this way can we save their lives as much as possible. When the earthquake comes, a huge crack will appear in the city. Mountains could be split in half. Such a horrific natural disaster simply cannot be sustained. Instant forecast. So many people die every year from collapse. It is also a very scary thing for him to decline. Terrible natural disaster. The process of building the city, if the soil is loose, cannot bear the weight of cement. In the center of the city there may be a large pit. This grand guild will suddenly appear. It's like a bottomless pit capable of bringing all things. All are absorbed. If you think about driving, car is riding on the road. Suddenly there is a big hole ahead. You can't escape.